Hey everyone, we got the revenge that we deserved. We lost 2-0 at the London Stadium to West Ham, but we got a fantastic 3-0 win, and it felt like the spirit of the Busby Babes were definitely doing their work. Because today, being the anniversary of the Munich air disaster, it makes perfect sense to be speaking about our young players. We saw what Kobe Mainu did against Wolves and followed it up with a good performance against West Ham. But Hojlund and Garnacho won us the game. A fantastic goal by Hojlund, all his own doing. Yes, of course, Casemiro made the interception and the tackle to get the ball to him. But a wonderful dummy and putting it away in the bottom corner with his weaker foot. Never doubted him for a second. Unlike some people that you might have seen and heard saying that he's a flop and he's not going to be a very good player for Man United. But that is all a thing of the past right now. And Garnacho seems to be getting better with each passing game. Another two goals, a sloppy first half in my opinion, but definitely improved in the second. And two deserved goals because he was an absolute menace on the right hand side. And I think Ten Hag also knows now that he is our best right winger. Rashford being, of course, our first choice left winger, and Hojlund up front, our most productive front three this season so far. And that is something that we can build upon because the foundation behind them with Casemiro and Mainu, Varane, and we'll speak a bit about Martinez and that devastating injury that he got. We'll speak about that soon. But the rest of the team, it is a solid team. You see the performances now that Ten Hag has his first choice players available. And Mount is still to come into the team as well. And perhaps he gives us another level. He will have to prove that himself when he does get the chance to play. But right now, the first choice midfield you would have is Casemiro, Mainu, and Bruno. Because you've seen their excellent link-up play and how they defend well, how they keep tight in the spaces so that teams cannot play through us, through the middle. And that gives Varane, Martinez, Maguire, when he came on, an easier job because they are able to not be as expansive in defense and there aren't that many gaps that is being left in play. Now, of course, when Maguire did come on, and that was because of Martinez's injury, which again was innocuous, but it is devastating because him being back, he is our best player. We literally play a different style of football with him and Luke Shaw on the left hand side, and that was clear to see. We saw it against Wolves, we saw it against West Ham, and we will have a bit of a struggle at the back without Martinez in the team. It is said that he tore his cruciate ligament and is out for about up to 8 weeks. That's 2 months almost, and he'll be missing the games of Aston Villa. He'll be missing the game against City, and maybe potentially he returns against Liverpool. That is the schedule, that the timeline that they are looking to get him back for. But again, would you rush him back for that Liverpool game? Is it a smart thing to do? We saw what happened, but we didn't rush him back. The injury that he got was simply Soufal falling on him and putting extra weight onto his knee. The things I've read online saying that they love the fact that he's injured and Soufal needs to have a statue built for him. It's disgusting, but it shows that the rival fans fear Lisandro Martinez. They know that their attacks are useless when he is playing. West Ham could absolutely get nothing by him because of his quality in defense. And his quality on the ball for us is absolutely stunning. Just the way he passes the ball through the lines, the way he breaks those lines, you don't see it anywhere else, in my opinion, in the Premier League. For me, he is the best ball playing centre back in the Premier League. And it's devastating to know that he won't be available for the next few games. But we should be able to cope without him. Maguire had a very good game when he came on. Yes, there was two moments when the ball was played over his head. Bowen, one-on-one, Delo making an excellent block to not let Bowen get the goal. And of course, when he failed to read Emerson, who was closing him down, Emerson fluffed his lines. But other than that, he had a very good game. And I think he will need to have a very good game considering now that Martinez is out. And it needs to be Martinez and Varane as our first choice centre backs. And in certain games, if you want, if Malacia is back, then you put Shaw next to Varane. And you have a similar dynamic to what Varane and Martinez give you when they are playing as a centre back partnership. But I want to speak about Garnacho and Hojlund and Mainu and our young players. You know, it's always been said that Ten Hag doesn't play the young players. You know, he doesn't develop youth. But you look at Garnacho, Hojlund, Mainu, their levels have shown that they are being improved by Ten Hag and his coaching. They're not just being stagnant and not finding improvement. And certain players, like Anthony, you know, they need to work on themselves because there's only so much a coach can do. He can tell you what to do, he can coach you, train you, but if you don't apply these things, if you don't put them into practice on a regular, then you certainly will not improve. And we've seen improvement from Garnacho because last season he only had 3 goals to his name. This season he's already got 5. So there is an improvement. Hojlund last season only scored 10 goals for Atalanta. He's got 10 already now, and there's still more to go in the season. He himself said that he is hungry for more goals and is not going to be resting on his laurels. And that is what we want to hear. It's what we want to see. Players who are hungry to succeed and always be winning. It is and was a very good game to look back at, but we need to build from this. Martinez being injured does leave us with a problem, maybe, you know, with the way we want to play. Now, we can't be as expansive in our football, but I'm sure we'll find ways to work around it. And, you know, there are different ways to play. We have majority of our first team players back, so the performances are there. So again, it comes down to consistency. If we stay consistent, we get a couple of wins on the spin, then we definitely will find ourselves, if not in the top 4, but definitely close to it. So we must focus on ourselves. We must ensure that we are getting our 3 points. Everybody else will have to fight for the rest of the points, but if we get our points, and I'm sure maybe, you know, the likes of Aston Villa and Spurs get a couple losses or draws along the way, we can definitely capitalize on that because we need to get into the top 4. That is very, very important. But it was a good game. It definitely gives us momentum now heading into Aston Villa next week Sunday, which is a massive game. We are playing away at Villa Park. They have played the likes of Liverpool and City there and have played well against them. So we will definitely need to be ready for them. But I have a feeling that we will be, because Aston Villa is the team that plays into our hands the most in the entire Premier League. They play a super high line, and with us wanting to get in behind and play counter-attack, it's going to be perfect. We're playing away from home, so it's going to be a much simpler game plan. But we'll speak more about that in the preview when I definitely do it. Subscribe to the channel, drop a like, hit the notification bell so that you are aware when I do upload videos. We won 3-0 against West Ham. The future is secure. Our young players are improving and will and have the potential to become world-class players. Till we see each other in the next one, the Red Devils. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. If you want more content on Manchester United, like, share and subscribe.